Good morning and welcome to KXO News.
I'm Michael Jones.
And I'm Jill Lane.
Today we'll be talking about the economy. The economy is not in very good conditions right now, as the poverty has been increasing dramatically and people are now having to work 5 to 9 hour workdays and nothing is being done about this poverty. Until now, President Lyndon B. Johnson announced a war on poverty.
In other news, new language like spaz, spastic, and grody have been very popular lately. Spaz, short for spastic, is the latest slang on the streets. It means awkward or clumsy person, just like myself. But it is, however, considered very offensive. Then we have bogart, which is to take an unfair share of, like you at the coffee station. and listen out for anything grody. Grody is an alteration of grotesque and has become very popular with meaning repulsive, disgusting, and nauseating.
In the violent world of the Green Bay Packers, for Big Jim Taylor, the comfort shave is a must. For Bart Starr, the comfort shave is a must. For Paul Hornung, the Norelco comfort shave is a must. Let's find out why.
You know our faces take a terrific beating during a game. After it's over, we want the comfort shave. Norelco gives it to us. Norelco with rotary blades. Rotary blades look different, are different. They stroke off whiskers with continuous rotary action. Never grab the way ordinary shavers do. Never cut or nick the way blades do. The Green Bay Packers have broken the uncomfortable shave habit. We've switched to Norelco with a comfort shave.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
It's right that I should care about you and try to make you happy when you're blue. It's right to feel the way I do because I love you.
Welcome back to CBS News. I'm John Garcia, and here is Evening Sports. Wilt Chamberlain set a world record today of making 100 points in a basketball game. The first half he made 68 points, and in the second he made 32. Half of the points were made from the free throw line, as the other half were made by two-pointers. In soccer today, Pelé, the Brazilian soccer player, has retired. He has 1,283 goals under 600 matches. He also won 3 World Cup titles for Brazil and even scored a world record for scoring 8 goals in a single match. And now in the baseball world, Sandy Koufax pitched a perfect game against the Chicago Cubs at Dodger Stadium. He struck out 14 pitchers in 9 innings, and no Cub player even touched first plate.
This is your host, Little Goosey Berry here, and we'll be talking about Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was the first successful mission to the moon. The people that contributed to this mission was Mission Commander Neil Armstrong and pilot Buzz Aldrin. Both Americans landed the lunar module Eagle on July 1969. The mission lasted for a whole 4 days and it launched on July 16th.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop. Boom, 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 boom. Lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop, lollipop, oh lolly, 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 lollipop.
You make my heart sing. You make everything groove.
think I love you. But I wanna know for sure. Come on and hold me tight. I love you.
People are now wearing. Girls are now wearing shapeless mini dresses that de-emphasize a woman's natural form. They are now using what's being used right now is a baby doll dress. A lot of girls are liking that. Guys are now wearing, having their long hair and letting all their facial hair, such as their beards, and tie-dye shirts are being really used. They're really common right now. Women began wearing very short skirts, and men wore tunics and capes. The women began to show more skin than they would before, and well, this was attractive to other guys. Men's fashion was not as revolutionary as it was for women, but there was a lot of change. Men got more options, some business attire as well as a whole lot of choices.
Grand Prix, the name for a new kind of Pontiac, highly personal and specially designed. The Grand Prix is just 4.5 feet from roofline to road. It's more civilized and comfortable than a sports car. With deep cradling bucket seats, 5 solid color interiors. The Grand Prix has rear deck styling all its own. A special grille that says the Grand Prix is a unique new kind of car. It's luxurious without being stuffed shirt about it. The center console has a spacious compartment. Slip it in gear and take off. The Grand Prix is nimble and quick, poised on Pontiac's famous wide-track wheels. It handles as only a Pontiac can. The new Grand Prix, only Pontiac could have built it. Only you could enjoy it so much. GP, the Grand Prix by Pontiac.
This is Johnny Knoxville here from NBC News. John F. Kennedy has just been shot. We're in Dallas, Texas, at the Kennedy's presidential campaign. We just done 2 things. The president is on his way to the hospital with 2 gunshot wounds in his head. And a male has been arrested. His name is Lee Harvey Oswald. He is connected to shooting the president. We will keep you updated if we get any more information.
This is your host, Trey Songs, and on the news today we're talking about John F. Kennedy. He was the 31st president of the United States, serving a tenure from 1960 to 1962. He significantly contributed in the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Cuban Missile Crisis was basically almost like another World War III that almost started, but never started though. It was it was with Cuba and Russia and the United States. Russia was giving Cuba the missiles, and Cuba was going to launch missiles.
So go ahead and pick the drink that lets you drink young as you think. Yes, get the right one, the modern light one. Now it's Pepsi for those who think young.
Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on. Anytime a thirst takes hold, Pepsi pours it on.
When your energy's drained and you thirst for something cold, this is it. Pepsi-Cola. Pepsi's made to be served as cold as you can get it, because it tastes better cold. Ask the Pepsi generation.
Pepsi's got that special taste created for the cold. The cold turns on that Pepsi drive, makes Pepsi-Cola come alive. Taste that beats the others cold. Pepsi pours it on.
Welcome back to ALG News. I'm your host, Mary Wexler. Meet Barbie. You may recognize the highly popular doll created in late 1959 by Ruth Handler. You may also notice that her style and fashion has changed a lot since her original release date. However, she is still being modest. You can see that her makeup has softened a lot as well. She used to have a dark, harsh brown eyeshadow, and now she opts for a more subtle light nude, as well as from the bright dark red lipstick to a light pink shade. There's also been a recent addition of a Titan red hair color over the previous only blonde and brown hair options. Need gift ideas? Consider these ugly little creatures, the troll doll. Originally created in 1956 by Thomas Dam, these Scandinavian creatures of folklore are bringing good luck to their owners and have been nicknamed Dam dolls or Dammit dolls. It has been recently rumored that Thomas Dam has bought all of Iceland's wool harvest for these silly little creatures. Be sure to make sure you get your Dam doll or Dammit doll from Dam Things. Knockoffs are everywhere. And ALG News has an exclusive on the Dammit doll of Betty Miller. Betty Miller has reportedly flown across the Atlantic with her Dammit doll by her side. And our final item is the lava lamp. Created just a few short years ago in 1963 by Edward Craven Walker, who caught inspiration sitting in a pub and seeing a homemade egg timer made with a cocktail shaker and alien liquid on top bubbling. These groovy new lights were first made with a bottle of orange squash, water, and wax-based insoluble liquids, a light bulb, and solvent carbon tetrachloride. But check out how far they've come. They now come with a curved glass design and in various colors.
I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, talking about my girl.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Hello, it's NBC News, and I'm Bruce Banner here. Today's news article is Black Panther's Party. This youthful group is turning violent against white police officers to show African Americans to stand up and show that all men and women are equal. There has been many violent protests, and we tell everyone in America to be cautious with this group.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
What's going on here?
A housewarming.
Right. Now, Mattel's famous Barbie has a brand new dream house.
Started in 1967 by Don Craik are the Ricky Tikki stickers. Originally sold out of a local hardware store, the stickers are to wrap up 1968 with 90 million stickers, all sold at 25 cents a pop. Ricky Tikki Inc. has been together for only 6 years.
So we'll be talking about the Cuban Missile Crisis, also known as the October Crisis of 1962. It was a 13-day confrontation between the U.S. and Soviet Union.
Who walks the stare without a care and makes the happiest sound. Bounce up and down just like a clown. Everyone knows it's Slinky, the best present yet to give or get, the favorite all over town. The hit of the day when you're ready to play. Everyone knows it's Slinky, it's Slinky, it's Slinky. For fun is the best of the toys. It's Slinky, it's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys. It's Slinky, for fun is the best of the toys. It's Slinky, the favorite of girls and boys. Everyone wants a Slinky, you ought to get a Slinky.
And boys and girls, more fun with Slinky pull toys, Slinky Caterpillar, Slinky Train, Slinky Hippopotamus. Everyone wants a Slinky pull toy.
People are very good at following a good diet, which helps them not lead into obesity. This is by not eating that many processed foods, although there is a couple of processed foods which include sodas and soft drinks, frozen veggies, Pringles, and Gatorade. These are the mostly processed foods from the 60s. They really like to eat lots of desserts. One of them was dipping strawberries and cake cubes into molten chocolate, and they would like to sit around a fireplace and eat this. There was many people that just loved the pineapple upside down cake. Nobody loves to diet, we understand. This is where we fondly reminisce about all the candy bars, ice cream, cookies, and desserts of the past. We adore our sweets.
We're talking about Pope John XXII. He died on June 3rd, 1963 at Apostolic Palace, Vatican City. He died of stomach cancer at only the age of 81.
Good morning, America. John F. Kennedy passed away this morning from a gunshot wound from Lee Harvey Oswald. Before John F. Kennedy died, the Congress passed a law called the Civil Rights Act, which ended segregation in public places and banned employment discrimination on the basis of race, color, religion, and sex. In other news, Martin Luther King Jr. made Congress pass a law to have whites and blacks sit together on the bus during the Montgomery bus boycott. The Congress needed to make this law because the Transportation Department lost thousands of dollars this past year.
Here are the little kiddos going to the Little Kiddos Club for a secret meeting. Somebody's taking a nap. And if a little kiddo forgets to wipe her feet, don't worry. The houses are washable and sturdy, too. There's the Little Kiddos Club, Francie's house, and Tootie's Playhouse. You can get one or all of them. And wherever you take them, they make a very nice neighborhood.
You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You've been a messin' where you shouldn't have been a messin'. And now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Welcome back to ALG News. I'm your host, Mary Wexler. Meet Barbie. You may recognize the highly popular doll created in late 1959 by Ruth Handler. You may also notice that her style and fashion has changed a lot since her original release date. However, she is still being modest. You can see that her makeup has softened a lot as well. She used to have a dark, harsh brown eyeshadow, and now she opts for a more subtle light nude, as well as from the bright, dark red lipstick to a light pink shade. There's also been a recent addition of a Titan red hair color over the previous only blonde and brown hair options.
Richard Nixon was the 37th president of the United States. He was the first president to resign from office. The reason he resigned because of the Watergate scandal. The whole Watergate scandal was because he sent people into a meeting that wasn't supposed to be in there, and they wiretapped the phones and he was finally caught. Finally, John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963. He was shot during a parade in his car. He went to the hospital and died later on.
Somewhere back at the dawn of history, man discovered roast duck. Man's next discovery, the stuffy stomach. Centuries will pass before he discovers something to unstuff it. When he does, he will call it Alka-Seltzer. Its bubbly alkalizers will neutralize his stuffy stomach. Too late for him, but not too late for us.
Maxim freeze-dried coffee brings you 6 exciting summertime uses for your percolator. We do this now because it's time to enjoy a tall, frosty glass of iced Maxim and use your percolator for other things. For a refreshing summer change, try iced Maxim. You may never perk again.
The 24-hour bug. When he gets your stomach, he makes you miserable. Nothing can make him go away, but something can make him easier to live with. Pepto-Bismol liquid. Pepto-Bismol's coating action soothes the nausea and relieves the upset that makes you feel so awful. Take Pepto-Bismol liquid until the bug stops bugging you.
So Fidel Castro was the political leader in Cuba. He was the first communist leader to be in the Western Hemisphere. He was the main reason because of what happened in the Cuban Missile Crisis. He started serving in 1958.
Hey kids, do you know what's inside specially marked boxes of tricks? Free old-time model airplane kits. You get a Mustang, or a Stuka, or a Zero. Easy to put together and...
Silly rabbit. Free model airplane kits, like tricks, are for kids.
And sometimes for tricky rabbits.
What's spring? A springy, springy's been from head to knee.
Bullwinkle and Rocky,
Underdog and Lucky, free inside Frosty O's and Lucky Charms.
Springy's stand, Springy's bend, Springy's ride.
and hold on to things.
There's a free Springy inside each specially marked box of magically delicious Lucky Charms.
And three-way energy Frosty O's.
Bullwinkle
And Rocky
Underdog
and Lucky, free inside Frosty O's and Lucky Charms.
Big Baller Modest here, and today we're talking about Martin Luther King Jr. He was an American clergyman and a civil rights leader. He was shot and killed at a hotel in Memphis, Tennessee on April 4th, 1968.
Welcome back. Introduced in 1966 by Mattel are the Little Kittle dolls. The Little Kittles are originally 2.5 to 3.5 inches, but have shrunk down to as small as 7/8 of an inch. There were originally 24 dolls. Then they have now included the Storybook Kittles, the Locket Kittles, Middle Kittles, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Kittles, the Holiday Kittles, Kittles in Cars, Kittle Colognes, Koala Kittles, Vintage Little Kittle Jewelry Kittles, Skididdle Kittles, the Sweet Treat Kittles, Mini Kittle Pop-Ups, Zullery Kittles, and Cosmic Kittles.
What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? You know I got it. All I'm asking you is for look when you get home, baby. Just when you get home. Boy, you do now. Ain't gonna do you wrong. Why you? Ain't gonna do you wrong. I don't wanna go and ask you. Look when you get home, baby. Just when you get home.
Starkiss presents Charlie the Tuna.
I know what that is, Charlie.
Yeah, what is it?
A modern statue.
You looked at the label.
Yeah. What you doing with it, Charlie?
Sending it to Starkiss so they'll notice what good taste I got.
They can tell from that?
Of course, dummy. They know that only guys with real good taste can stand to be around this junk.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But, Charlie, they ain't exactly looking for tunas with good taste. Starkiss wants tunas that taste good.
Nah, here they come. Can you see it from up there?
Sorry, Charlie, but only the best tasting tuna get to be Star-Kissed. Best tasting because Star-Kissed is 100% prime filet.
It is the best tasting tuna.
For the best tasting tuna, get Star-Kissed.
Tell him Charlie sent you.
Get your wacky wind-ups. Wacky wind-ups have been traced back to 400 BC, but they did not become popular until 1960. They are crafted out of tin or iron, but the Erie factory, created by Lewin-Mark & Company, has created blown plastic molds for the ride-on toys.
He didn't run away, but his imagination did. Only you can convince him of that. Then, Popsicle. Cool, refreshing, happy-tasting Popsicle saves any day or night. It's the champion of frozen treats. There's never a dull moment with a boy like this, and the lively taste of Popsicle. By the box or one at a time. Always look for the red sickle ball, sign of the real thing.
It's about time. Brought to you by New Mr. Clean, the all-purpose cleaner that gives fast and easy cleaning because it wipes out dirt.